Cheers to a new tutorial. It tastes like parsley because I didn't know there was parsley and cilantro in the mix. Recipe in the description. It's Sunday, and you know what that means? Another weekend to add me-made clothes to my closet and sharing with you guys the step-by-step tutorials on how you can recreate the same me-made clothing in your home so you can add more pieces to your closet made by you, because you are a shining star and we're celebrating our wellness and clothing here in Kaara Styles, creating a holistic fashion journey where our clothes is a representation of the changes around us for a sustainable lifestyle. Whoa! Wait, let me move the machine. It's actually in the way. It's not broken. It didn't break. It didn't break. It's like a basic, just like regular t-shirt. It's regular, it's basic, and you're looking to spice it up. You're looking to make it more interesting, contrasting, add edge to it, add style, make it different. That's what fashion is. And so this easy tutorial is great for beginners. Like if you are a slow fashion newbie and you're looking to sew your own clothing, this is the tutorial that you have to get started with, because all you need is your sewing machine, a scissor, and an iron. You don't have to iron, but I love a nice clean seam. So if you have even like your flat iron, yeah, you can use that. So this is a very easy way to get started sewing and getting comfortable with the sewing machine. So this is like honestly one of my quickest tutorials I've ever made. You can make this in under 30 minutes. So first thing is that you want to make sure that the t-shirts that you're using are the same size. If they're not the same size, it's going to be a little bit crooked. That's an aesthetic too. So it's up to you what you want. If you want it to look seamless, like collar to collar, edge to edge, get them the same size. If you want it to look a little bit like not so straight and make it more of like that different, unique, and how we use the term fashion, then go for it. As you can see, like these I thrifted the same size, but the collar design was different. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to just clean it, and then it just looks like a V detail. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it here in the why does it still feel hot? Make sure it's off. I fold it in half. Whoa, you'll see it now. Keep in mind is that the settings in your iron, they have to be in cotton if your shirt is in cotton. If it's not in cotton, you want it to be in synthetics, because if you're ironing a t-shirt that has images like this, it can melt it. So you don't want it to burn. You want it to be nice and clean and as is. So make sure the settings in your iron are the correct settings. So you have the crease. That's the crease that you're going to follow to cut. So now that you have the split, you're going to want to do it to the other t-shirt that you're going to use to have the other half. These the collars touch. So this is really nice. Like this one, the collars touch, so I won't have to do what I have to do to this one. Yes. What you want to do is have clips. You can use clips or you can use pins. I love these little clips here. They're my favorite. They're my favorite because it's nice, clean, and it does not poke me. Like this is definitely I recommend. And what you want to do is open it up from the front, and then you have the back right towards you. You're going to pinch them together, like hold them together, take the pin and pin it. I'm going to use a seam allowance of 0.5. The seam allowance is up to you. It all depends on how you want the shirt to fit. I thrifted all of these shirts XXL to make sure they fit me like a nice oversized and loose fit, and also I didn't want them too tight, but definitely adjust the seam allowance based on how you want the shirt to fit you. Now that I've clipped it, I am going to go to the sewing machine and sew 0.5. So this is, as you can see, the back, like the inside. And then after I sew that part, I'm going to hold it from the front. I mean, not from the front, but like the other side, like sandwich the other side together. And I am grabbing it to clip the other side. So like the other half. So straight here, 0.5, then 0.5. And like I said, look, this is the inside facing me. So you want the inside facing you when you're sewing it together. That's actually the last step, unless you want the seam allowance to be nice and clean, but I'll share that more at the end of the tutorial. Now I'm gonna go to the sewing machine and sew. Nice and clean and even. Now I'm gonna go iron it down and press the seams. This type of fabric does not fray, so I don't need to have a clean edge. I'm gonna leave it as a raw edge because it's not a fabric that frays. But if your t-shirt, like the fabric, frays, then I recommend then that you iron it down the seam and then top stitch, especially if you don't have a serger. If you don't have a serger, then what you want to do is take the seam, fold it, iron it, top stitch, and then it'll be nice, clean, and it won't unravel. Now I am ironing the shirt, and once I am done ironing it, I am going to wear it to show you how it looks. Well, it looks like this. Yeah, it just looks like this. Yeah. Okay, this literally looks like I bought it like this, and I'm representing Portugal. Portugal, meu! Tá aqui, ó. A bandeira do Portugal. Menina. You get this nice clean finish, and it looks so professional. Like, it literally looks so clean, and this is very satisfying, especially if, like I said, you're a newbie to slow fashion. If you're looking into getting into making your own clothes, the fact that you made this, it's just satisfying, and it motivates you to create more and more and continue sewing. So I recommend, really, like, if it's your first time sewing ever, don't pick something hard. A project like this that looks professional, looks clean, and you start learning the basics in order to start wearing your own made clothes. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you'll be trying out this tutorial in the comments below. Make sure to tag me at KaaraStyle to feature you on Instagram stories and also here on YouTube stories, but I don't know if you can tag me in the YouTube stories, but pretty much IG stories, to continue growing our star fam and shining in fashion one upcycle piece at a time. So make sure to tag me at KaaraStyle to feature you on stories IG for our fam to continue sharing and glowing and shining, making our own made clothes and transforming our clothes and our lifestyle and understanding fashion in a holistic way. I'll see you next time. Make sure to come back every Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesday's vlogs with Kaara and Sunday sewing tutorials with style. All done in KaaraStyle.